G'day guys, how's it going? Righto, this is a video on the motorcycle lift table. This is actually sold through Trade Hero here in Victoria in Australia. I've purchased it, I've put it all together, it's working brilliantly. So what I'm going to do now is bring it back to the start when it first got delivered, unpack, quickly go through it all and assembling this step by step. Very simple. And then showing it working up and down, and this is a dual one, so it works on the hydraulic foot pump or using my compressor. I've got the air attachment. They sell this in one with just the hydraulic, and then they have the other one for a little bit extra with the air option on it as well. But let's go back to the beginning.
Job done.
Well, there you go guys, that was really easy bringing that here, having the wheels on the back end there and me and they up the front, just lifting it together and dragging it. Brilliant. So the whole black thing is already pre-assembled, nothing you have to do there. You've got your ramp here that will just attach on the end. You've got your platform plate there, which I believe is for helping to remove a wheel off the back end of the bike. Then you've got the wheel clamp here and then the two arms or the two legs for up that end there. That's all we've got to put together. You've got a safety bar. We've got our hydraulic jack system there to do it manually, or we've got the hose with the air compressor. I'll be able to just hook that on and use that. Bag of nuts. Righto. Let's put it together. Righto, we'll put this plate on, so that's it there. Like that. Done. So yeah, we go with this plate. So it's just a little hinge thing, but I better remove that. Boom. Nice. Righto, next what we're going to do is these two wheels. Actually guys, what I'll do is I'll get a bit smart, like my other bloody little trolley jack. I'm going to there, lift it up. So that means I should be able to just slot that. Yeah, just go up a little bit further. Boom. Righto, so simple. Slot that in there. There's two sections, so obviously if you have it on that one you've got more stability as opposed to in there, but having it here is going to be less of a trip hazard, so that's where I'm going to start it at. Give that a jiggle. That's it, that's locked in. Same on the other side. Beauty. So now I can drop this down and it should just rest on those coasters, I suppose. Righto, so we're on the coasters, so now obviously this can now move around, but we don't want that. We want to lock these down so it's sitting on these, so it's stable. Right, next thing is I see they've got, obviously for transport, they've got this little screw here which keeps that the hydraulic arm or the foot pedal. So that'll, yeah, cool. Brilliant. Right, so now what I'm going to do is be smart. I'm going to do run a stopwatch. I'm going to use the manual hydraulic, and I'm going to do it in fast motion for you guys, but we'll see how long it took me to put it up. Then we can start whacking this stuff on. Then we're going to give the air a go. So let's start the timer. I think that is it. Stop. 1 minute 14. Right, so this is the safety pole, I suppose you call it. So this is as high as this will go. So now I'm going to press a lever. I'll show you here. There's a lever there, which will push that down. That's it. So that's now in the safety mode. It also takes the pressure off the hydraulic stuff as well. Well, I presume it's good for the hydraulics. I'm not a bloody expert on that shit. Right, so now we're up high. Now we can whack this the chock thing. Okay, so I've sorted out the nuts and bolts and washers out of that little bag, and we've got 4 for that side, 4 for this side, and we've got 2 for the wheel chock that's going to go here on the front. So we'll put this on first. Okay, so the way they're showing it is that this plate goes on top. Put a bolt in there, and then we'll have the washer and the nut underneath. Right, so all I'm going to do is line that crease up with the edge. Obviously you can have it out further. Yeah, you just obviously suit it to whatever you want, but I'm just going to go with that, and then I'll work out what I need later. Rightio guys, so now the next bit is these two, and it's a little bit tricky. This is actually wound all the way in. So when you're putting it on here, this handle's kind of like not going to bloody work. It was looking like that, so I had to actually wind it out. And these need to sit on top of that plate there, is what I believe is the way they have it. So I don't know if it's got to go fully. And this one's got to sit on there as well. And the furthest back that I can have that one is there. So that one's well and truly on. This one's a little bit clunky. I might have to do a bit of bashing, but I'll show you that in a minute. Then I had to work out, yeah, so this is a little bit mucking around. I'm just going to get into it. But I'll show you this side first. Hopefully you can see that. So we've got these 2 or 4 things here. So they sit on there. Those line up, but then when this comes down, one lines up, but the other one doesn't. So you can just see a slight curve there. I'll just give that a whack with the hammer, and that'll fix that up. I mean, that's nothing. Okay guys, so this is all on there solid. So what I've done is I've put it the furthest that way and the furthest this way. So my handle clears there. I've got a postie bike. That's most probably, this is the smallest bike that I'm going to have up on this. So I've got to make sure that I can clamp on that. So that would roll in there probably like that. And I reckon, so what's happened there, let me just, because what can happen if I pull that out is that will actually come out. And that's all right, that's not a problem. You just got to put it back in there like that, go reverse, relines it in. So it'll only just do the postie bike rim. I could slide this a little bit that way. I do have a little bit of room, and then it would actually grab a whole lot tighter, but I'm not too worried about the postie bikes. So now, got to make sure that the cruiser, which I think I worked out was about 140. So if 140 is going to come way back there. And that's now off that thing there. But I presume, yeah, no, that'll work. That's it, done. So the last bit of setup I've got to do is just these tie down points. And the way that they've come, I think I'm missing one nut off here, which I'll be able to, I think it's out in the box out the front. And I think the way I'm going to do it is the way it's supposed to be done. And that is we put these on. I'll just put them to the end. like that. Then whack that through there. And then we'll whack these on. I'm just pinching up from the other one for the moment. I'll go and see if I can find it. I'll have another one of these nuts anyway. They obviously, in transport, the way that they were on there, they obviously rattled off. I'll give them a tighten, and then that's it. There's your point. So I'll go around and do the rest of those. Well, that's it, guys. That is all completed. That was really, really simple. So what I'm going to do quickly now is just jack this up a little bit, just to take the pressure off the safety bloody bar. Then we're going to let this down. Kaboom! So nothing gets in the way. That's pretty good. That hose is all right over here. So now I'm going to quickly plug this in. So just a stock standard connection. Chuck it into there. Boom. And now all I've got to do is press this and this should start going. Yep. And now just for shits and giggles, we'll time this one as well. It's actually got a little locker thing. Compressor's just kicked in. And of course you've got to put up with a noisy bloody compressor for a minute. So that was actually 1 minute 9 seconds. If I had made it go all the way to the top, it would have been close to exactly the same, doing it with the hand pump, the foot pump. So then just simple unplug, tuck that away, we're all good. So far, getting it delivered, bringing it into here, setting it all up, it's dual operation, brilliant, I can't fault it. What I will do, there are corners on each of these, there's certain little corner bits that I'll most probably get my grinder and round off, then chuck a little bit of paint on it, but apart from that, just from the catch point, we've got to get a bike on it. I will most probably chuck max the DR650. 200 and just over 260 kilograms. Rightio, so we'll bloody whack this bike on. I've got it all set up. I'm just going to let this down. When I let this down before, I did it like it went clonk, clonk, clonk. You can really make this thing go down as slow as you want or fast. I just thought I'd show you that. Right, okay, here goes nothing. Oh, it's been raining, the bike's all bloody wet. I should be able to just beam him up. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I feel like that plate where it kicks up should have been a little bit further up. I don't know. Right, so I wanted to know whether I could get this stand. Oh, just sits there. So, right, wind this up. Oh, there you go, I can feel it starting to pull the bike, but it's not going to hold it there. So, take that off. What if I was to move that back a bit? Yeah, might loosen that off. Just so that the high part, yeah, there, that's where we need it to hold. That's it, but that's not going to hold the bloody bike, no way. Not a chance in hell. that on there. So is that supposed to hold it? Not too sure. No. So you're definitely going to have to use the straps to keep that on there. Righto, let me get some straps, guys. Straps are on, the tie downs are on. That makes me feel a whole lot more bloody safer. So let's get it up. Boom, and it's done. I'll come back to you when that bloody compressor stops. Righto guys, so I'm happy with this. I can't pick anything wrong with it. I'm not sure whether this was actually supposed to hold a 21-inch wheeled bike without having, I think you'd be mad not to put these on as a safety anyway. Yeah. So the only thing for me was just these corner bits. For the price that you're paying for this bloody thing, grinding those bloody edges off. There's a couple of little edges around the place that I'll do that too. So I can easily, hang on, I'll bring you over. So yeah, if I want to be mucking around here and I don't want this big luggy thing there, just take that off like that, stick that to the side. And hey, presto, that's a ripper. Bloody brilliant. And then obviously if, you know, I want to be working up the top, I can just take that out like that, then just lower it to wherever, put my bloody safety thing back in, and then boom, that's at a more, you know, reasonable height for doing stuff there. Yeah, or even, you know, whatever. Well, there you go, guys, that's it. So that's the Trade Hero Australia. Here's their bloody website down there. Now, I bought this out of my own money. This is not sponsored or given to me or anything like that. This isn't a long-term review of it. It's just, as you saw, this is the review. I'm not a mechanic or an expert in any of this stuff. I don't know what this is like compared to other ones. There is a lot on the market. I do believe that this would be just coming from China or somewhere like that, and Trade Hero will brand it in their thing, and then other companies will brand the same thing in their own thing, different colours maybe and all that kind of stuff. So I paid $960, and that includes, it was $165 to get it shipped to here from down in Melbourne in Oakley, where Trade Hero is. Done deal. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. Righto, remember, keep on riding, and if you ain't riding, keep on keeping on.